This is the next episode of I Don't Know. As usual, I'll find some cool question we can answer and then we will go ahead straight to answering the question. Probably I'm gonna search the question offline so it doesn't take a lot of time, and then when I find the question I can answer, I'll come back. Okay guys, it looks like I found some cool question and we are going to go through the question together. I'm gonna check if there's no answer yet. Looks like no, and let's try to figure this out. So the title of the question states, passing key via function parameter has different structure than when set within the function. Logic behind this? In this code below, take a look at the dynamics function where ID is passed in as a parameter. Within the function, this has to be set with a block. However, if you want to set ID inside a function instead of passing it as a parameter, you have to set the ID via dot item. When passing in as a parameter, you have to set the key within a block. When setting the key inside the function, you have to set the key after the dot. Okay, so we have an object with property chapter, which is an array of objects. Each object is an ID and name. And then we have this dynamic versions function, list array objects by value dynamics, array key. So, and I think he's talking about this array I and then key. So basically, he's going through an array and then trying to access the key, and the key in this case is either ID or name. So yeah, so here is an ID. But in this case, he's accessing ID itself. All right. So I think I'm starting to understand what I need to do if I want to pass an object key via parameter. Yes, if I was writing it as a non-function, but the reason behind it doesn't make sense. Why does passing the key as a parameter require it to be set within a block? Okay, I think this is pretty straightforward answer. I'm not gonna try to answer it myself. I will just get the MDN version of it. So accessing object property MDN. So MDN is the best, I think for me, it's the best way to or the best resource for JavaScript and honestly front end and potentially more. If you want to know anything about JavaScript, if you want to learn, if you want to understand the APIs and different libraries like video API or audio API or fetch API, go to MDN, find whatever you need, and that's awesome resource. So here, yeah, I think this is what we want. Access to an object's properties by using the dot notation or the bracket notation, right? So, okay. So in the first function, which is in the first function, which is dynamic function, which is dynamic, you are trying to assign something, right? Let me see. No, get. You're trying to get the value of one of two properties, ID or name. or name. And since it is dynamic, meaning you you can use it to access any property of an object in the same function, you have to use square brackets, since this is how you access object property with a variable. Basically, key is an argument of the function, and it holds the property name you want to access. The second function, and this function is this guy. The second function is not dynamic, and you can only access ID property of iterated array, iterated object. Thus, you select it via dot notation. To better understand the difference and why it works that way, please read this article, which is which explains what it does. Explains property accessors. What is property accessors? What is property accessors and how they works and how they works. Hope that helps. And you know what? I think I'm gonna add some example, and I'm gonna make it bold. So here we have const key equal let's say ID, right? And that means, and then no, I have to create an object. So data is going to be let's do the object, right? So object, and I will have ID. You know what? I'm gonna just borrow this object here, and then I am going to paste it here. So okay, so and then I take data key accessing ID through variable, and then data ID accessing ID through property name. Yeah, I hope this will help. So let me check if that looks good. I think yes, and I'm gonna post it. And let's see what happens. Hope this will help to understand how to access object properties. And guys, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment below what do you think about this question and about this answer. See you next time.